Hello everyone, my name is Michelle and today I am going to be talking about Belle Gibson. She is the Australian scammer and she scammed for maybe it is the worst thing you can scam for, which is cancer treatment. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Hello. Subscribe, comment below. You think Belle is a pathological liar, or she is malingering, or is just a narcissist? She could be a narcissist because she denies everything. Nothing is her fault, which is a very key component of someone with antisocial personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder. Make sure to comment anything because it helps with the algorithm. It makes YouTube be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll serve this to people. Enjoy the video. Belle Gibson was born in Australia on October 8th, 1991. When she was 12 years old, she went to live with one of her classmates and then later with one of her family members. She went to high school and then she dropped out. She had a child in 2010. In that time, she also started an app and online blog called the Whole Pantry. This was a wellness movement. She claimed that she was done with her chemotherapy. She stopped taking it because she had a baby, and then she realized all of the benefits there are to medicinal properties. She practiced alternative medicine such as acupuncture, aromatherapy, arthroscopic medicine, apnotherapy, applied kinesiology, Association for Research and Enlightenment, Bates method, back self, bodywork, bone setter, Bowen technique, breathwork, camel urine, fake COVID-19 treatment, cancer treatments, charcoal cleanse, chiropractic treatment techniques, vertebrae subluxation, Christian Science, chromotherapy, colon cleansing, coffee enema, cupping therapy, crystal healing, ear candling, energy medicine, esoteric energy, therapeutic touch, herbal medicine, holistic dentistry, hologram bracelets, hypnotherapy, ionized jewelry, psychic surgery, parapsychology, ozone therapy, oil pulling, I don't even know what that means, scientific racism, vaginal steaming, etc. Within a year and a half, this lady who, spoiler, she doesn't have cancer, created this app. A year and a half after it, she made $1 million. However, she also claimed that in this app and blog that she had an extremely vast mental health problems. She claimed that she only had 4 months to live on her blog. She claimed that she had different types of cancer such as kidney, liver, uterine, spleen, blood, and brain cancer. She stated that a vaccine caused the cancer. She also claimed that she had multiple heart surgeries and also suffered a stroke where she died on the operating table, not once, but 2 different times. In 2014, she took a step up and decided to publish a book about how medicinal medicine prolonged her life and it was really beneficial for her. She gave all of the credit to alternative treatments, and it's like, if you think about it, all of those cancer patients who most likely went off chemotherapy to be like her because she was staying stable with her cancer, so it was clearly working. She said that conventional medicine and treatment failed her, so she just quit all of that. Her main thing was that it could be achieved through hope, nutrition, and love. However, people believed her for a very, very long time, and this is only after the situation we find out how fishy this is. She doesn't have any scars on her body from the surgeries. For example, she said, maybe I had a surgery here and there's supposed to be a scar here, but then you see a picture of her tank top and there's no scar there. It's kind of confusing. She was unable to provide any of her physicians' names, and she told many different versions of her story. Belle also encouraged people not to get vaccinated because that's how you would get cancer. She described herself as a philanthropist. She opened a GoFundMe, and she named different charities that their donation would be going to, and it turns out that Miss Belle only donated the minimum amount that she had to. Eventually, it came out that she only donated $7,000 out of the $153,000 that she claimed to donate. And once she was exposed, I watched this interview, Australia 60 Minutes. I very highly doubt I'd be able to submit any clips in here. However, she denies everything. She says, I'm not a pathological liar. I don't have a factitious disorder. I'm not malingering.
Because I thought that I really had cancer. These therapists that I saw about my alternative medicine, they told me that I have cancer.
So some important parts of the interview is Belle said someone called an immunologist came to her home, assessed her for cancer with a box with lights on it. He said that this box measured frequencies, which I don't think that this happened, you guys. I think she's a pathological liar. However, it's like, yeah, she was lying. She had to come out about that because in her book and everything, she said that she went to a physician's office. There was no physician's office because this physician didn't exist. She claimed that this man and others treated her and she genuinely believed that she had cancer. She denied having a factitious disorder, being a pathological liar. When she was asked her age in the interview, she said, I believe that I am 26.
True or false?
At the time...
True or false?
True, because at the time I believed I was having radiotherapy.
So, false.
I believed that I was having radiotherapy. When he gave me medication, I was told that it was oral chemotherapy. And I believed it.
You rewrote history.
I wrote 5 introductions to my book.
Okay, whose fault is it now?
It's nobody's fault.
Right.
But that is a very brief version of my story and my life.
Twice on the operating table, you had a stroke, and you were diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumour and given 4 months to live.
Correct. And
all that happened.
I still have the heart condition, and I was supposed to have surgery for that.
You were supposed to have surgery.
And I didn't.
And why did you tell people that you had 3 surgeries?
At the time, I think going back, I was late teens, and I was going through a lot of...
Anyway, the procedure failed and I died.
See, I haven't read back through all of that. But I also think when you're young and have gone through the situation I had just gone through, you are melodramatic. I don't have...
Melodramatic now? I mean, they're straight out lies. You weren't in hospital. You're claiming you were. You claimed you died twice. You didn't. Claimed you had 2 cardiac arrests. You didn't. That's not melodramatic. That's straight out lying.
It is.
Extraordinary lies.
This is my favorite part. She claimed that she was the real victim because these medicine alternative doctors that don't exist lied to her about having cancer.
Do you believe you have a mental illness?
No.
I mean, it's been suggested perhaps you have Munchausen syndrome or a factitious disorder. Do you accept that perhaps you do?
I don't accept that because I don't feel that I do. And with Munchausen's, it's a disorder where you create these syndromes and you believe it and you cause physical pain for that to be believed. And I'm not doing that, and I didn't do that.
How old are you?
I've always been raised as being currently a 26-year-old.
How old are you?
Well, I live knowing, as I've always known, that I would be 26.
Okay, Belle.
This
This is a really, really simple question. How old are you?
I believe that I'm 26.
And?
I have 2 birth certificates and I've had my name changed 4 times. The identity crisis there is big, but that was my normal when I was growing up, Tara. That
What do you know the truth to be now?
that's probably a question that we'll have to keep digging for, because it's not something I've ever understood or had answers around.
Right, so when you needed to file some financial documents, how did you choose the birth date you gave, if you don't know?
With my most recent deed poll paper, which has the younger of the age and the most recent of the name.
Right, so currently, then, according to those documents, you're 23.
Correct.
She was fined $410,000. Does that account for all, I don't know if money can account for the people who could have died due to giving up on chemotherapy that may actually help. And I don't know that her medicines aren't helpful, but she definitely is not. So these people shouldn't be giving conventional medicine to follow this lady. You can leave because of your own personal reasons, but not because of this lady.
It would be funny if it wasn't so serious.
And the really serious side to this is those who were caught out by Belle. The Schwartz family believed and befriended Belle. Sadly, their 7-year-old son Joshua does have terminal brain cancer. What type of an apology would you like to make to the Schwartz family?
Their family means a lot to me because of the care and the love and the friendship that we had grown over the last year.
They believe that you pumped them for information about their son's symptoms so you could take them on as your own.
That family was one that I did have little interaction with.
It's not how they describe it. They say
I
you cried with,
understand.
they cried with you cried with them, your children played together.
I understand that they're hurting, but I also know that I never questioned Joshua or his mother about his symptoms.
Along with the Schwartz family, there have been a number of charities Belle has pledged money to, which have not seen a cent. You know, a portion of that money gets sent to one charity, but only after you're questioned by media.
She also claimed that she had volunteered for a long time in an Ethiopian town, and that's why she was not able to pay for it. But then when they asked these people that she claimed to work with, they had no affiliation with her. I kid you not, this lady claims that she is the victim along with everyone else, because whenever it came up that she was indeed lying, she would kind of make an alternative. She'd be like, well, I lied because of this. I lied for an alternative reason because I thought people wouldn't believe me. She has the victim mentality that she genuinely believes she did nothing wrong. She deceived countless people, the most important being cancer patients, the next being genuine alternative medicine.
I'm not trying to smooth over anything.
Well,
It's not easy for me to be here. It's not easy for me to relive and relive and relive detail.
how do you think it is for the people who followed you, whose heart went out to you when you wrote about how unwell you were, how well you were, your progress, your decline? These people who cried for you, have you thought about them? I know you sit here and tell me how you feel. Have you thought about how they're feeling at the moment?
In the same way I just said, I put them in my shoes and I know that they're feeling the same way I feel.
Well, some of them want you to go to jail. That's how they feel.
I know that they feel that way. I've seen the emails. I've seen some of the comments. I'm on the receiving end of all of that, Tara. And I take responsibility for how this has unfolded.
Do you take responsibility for driving any people away from conventional medicine in seeking treatment for their cancer?
That would be really heartbreaking to me because I never intended on doing that.
Do you accept that that's what you might have done?
I accept that might have happened.
She had this cult that still believe her, and even though she says she didn't have cancer, she was doing it for other reasons, and it's like, what? This group reminds me of a lot of Dissociated because they don't care about her lies. This lacks critical thinking skills because she stated she doesn't have cancer, so what did the alternative medicine heal? People are really confused and doubt that she was able to pull off such a massive fraud. So what's the difference between factitious disorders, personality disorder, someone literally just choosing to be a con artist? Con artists are everywhere, unfortunately, in real life, on the internet. Sometimes, a lot of the times, con artists are narcissistic and or psychopathic. A lot of people with narcissistic or antisocial personality disorder are con artists. One of the reasons that Belle failed is because she was unempathetic and unable to put herself in the shoes of others, in which people would see that her claims, drastic claims, would not be well received.
Whether you just didn't know what you were getting yourself into. That you probably thought you weren't doing any harm, but that you thought you could get away with it.
There was nothing to get away with, Tara.
Oh, of course there was. There was adulation, there's sympathy, there's a community who loves you. There's huge amounts to get away with.
There's a community that I love.
I'm just wondering if you kind of were playing in a grown-up's world without realising it, that it was all going to end.
Belle Gibson hurt so many people, as well as cancer survivors and the relatives of the cancer survivor. Giving false hope is one of the worst manipulation-based offenses that anybody could impose. Belle was preying on people because they were vulnerable. She searched these people out because she knew they were looking for help. She knew that they would be very receptive to what she had to say. I'm sure there's a lot of con artists and criminals out there who are very jealous of her lack of empathy. Hi, Mug. It's getting late, so gotta get out before the tarantulas. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below if you think Belle is a pathological liar, or she is malingering, or is just a narcissist. She denies everything. Nothing is her fault, which is a very key component of someone with antisocial personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder. Make sure to comment anything because it helps with the algorithm. It makes YouTube be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll serve this to people. Namaste, peace. I really hope you have a tranquil day, and goodbye.